Wild Wife is a really great idea. The first half of this cartoon I loved. I thought it was fantastic. But then we get mixed messages. And it's not that I don't agree with what the woman did, because I have no problem with that, but I feel like the cartoon was trying to do something and it was doing it really well for half of it, and then it just completely failed. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1954, directed by Robert McKimson and written by Ted Pierce, and we have voices provided by Mel Blanc and Bea Benaderet. And this woman's husband comes home and he asks her if she did this and that, and he asks her if she did the lawn, and she says, "No, I didn't have the time." And he says, "How could you possibly not have the time?" And she instantly launches into this discussion or monologue about all of the things she did that day. And to begin with, it was brilliant because she was sarcastically saying how easy everything was. She had this housework to do, but she could do it with that thoughtful gift that her husband got her, a vacuum cleaner with 1,000 nozzles. And she had to do this and that and get the kids up and do all of these things. And I was thinking, okay, so the message here is that the husband has implied that the woman does nothing and has plenty of time all day, and she's saying in a very comedic, sarcastic way that actually I did all of these things. And I thought that was a really brilliant message. But then she started to say things like she went to the beauty parlor and went shopping for herself, and not that she's not allowed to do that, but it completely mixes the messages. Is she trying to say that she's so busy she hasn't got time to breathe and hasn't got time to do anything for herself, never mind mowing the lawn? Or actually has she got plenty of time to go and do some indulgent shopping and some gossiping in the beauty parlour? Those are two completely opposite messages. And I feel like it really, really ruined it. It was glorious. It was gorgeous. It had this beautiful, strong message about how stay-at-home husbands or wives, or if you're not married, but the stay-at-home partner doesn't necessarily just sit on their butt all day and do nothing. They actually have a lot of things to do while you're out at, the regular job, if you like. And that was a great message, and it was told in a way that was so funny and engaging. And then she went and did leisure activities, which, yes, she's allowed to do, but not if you're trying to get this point across. So she completely just spat in her own face and said, well, actually, I didn't have time because I was getting a mud pack on my face and I was spending money when I didn't need to. And it just ruined everything that this cartoon was trying to do. And I don't know why they thought that was a sensible decision. Again, she's perfectly welcome to do those things, but if you're trying to prove a point, maybe don't mention those things, because that totally just erases everything. It's the equivalent of a man, or a woman if you like, but if we're going with gender stereotypes, as this cartoon definitely has, saying, well, I fixed the sink and I mowed the lawn and then I went to play a round of golf, and it's like, well, that you're ruining your message. And I'm gender stereotyping, but I'm trying to do it in the same wave of the cartoon. It would be the equivalent of if they did it the other way on. So they totally destroyed an otherwise really gorgeous cartoon. So I'd recommend it, first of all, because the first half is brilliant, and second of all, as a lesson on how not to write a narrative, because they totally ruined it, completely destroyed it. Loved the first half, detested the second half. It's very rare that I will feel quite so strongly about a cartoon in two halves, but this one, I don't know what they were thinking. They had a message to deliver, and they completely ruined it.